Good day, everyone. My name is Leonardo Oclarit, and I'm an English teacher from Elchara Aquino High School. Before anything else, just a disclaimer. The whole content of this presentation is for educational purposes only. No copyright infringement on this presentation. We do not own the original concept of the story in the images being presented. We give credits to the rightful owner at the end of the presentation. And this presentation is prepared by, of course, me, Mr. Leonardo Oclarit, an English teacher, and together with me is Miss Jonalyn Casta, an English teacher also. And this is an entry of Melchora Aquino High School for the celebration of World Read Aloud Day. So, class, are you ready for today?
Yes po.
Yes
All
po.
right, I like that energy. So, without any further ado, let us begin. So, the title of our story for today is The Last Leaf, and it was written by O. Henry. One day, Johnsy fell critically ill in November. She suffered from pneumonia and used to lie in her bed without moving. She continuously gazed out of the window. Sue, her friend, became very worried. She called the doctor, although he came every day, yet Johnson's condition showed no improvement. The doctor confirmed that Johnsy was not willing to leave. As a result, the medicines were ineffective to cure her ill health. Sue tried her greatest to make Johnsy to take an interest in things around her. She talked about clothes and fashions. However, Johnsy was irresponsive. She continued to lie still on her bed. Sue brought her drawing board into the room and began to paint. Suddenly, Sue heard Johnsy whispering something. She speedily rushed to the bed and heard Johnsy counting backward. She speedily rushed to the bed and heard Johnsy counting backward, looking up the window, and she was saying, 12. However, after some time, she whispered 11 and 10, and so on. She saw an old ivy creeper climbing halfway up the brick wall opposite to the window. Also, the creeper was shedding its leaves in the strong wind. Johnsy was very depressed. She created a thought that she would die when the last leaf fell. Moreover, she did not accept the soup offered to her. Later, in the last leaf summary, Sue tried to show affection toward Jancy. Sue told her that she would not die. She kept the curtain open as she needed the light to complete her painting. She decided to fetch money for them by selling it. Sue pleaded to Jancy not to look out of the window. Also, she told Jancy that she would not die. She has to leave for her friends. Moreover, Sue would become lonely without Jancy. But Jancy was sure that she would die as soon as the last leaf falls. She added that she would sleep after the last leaf falls and would sleep forever. Sue was very worried about her friend's condition. She was helpless. Sue rushed to the ground floor to seek help from a 60-year-old painter. His name was Mr. Berman. His lifelong dream was to paint a masterpiece. Unfortunately, it remained a dream only. Sue told the condition of her friend to Mr. Berman. She refused to eat and continuously look outside the window. She declares that she would not survive after the falling of the last leaf. He condemned Jancy for being silly. However, he agrees to paint the last leaf for Jancy so that she could recover. Despite of the strong wind brought by the storm, Mr. Berman couldn't help but thinking, how can he help Jancy to survive? He's thinking that it's impossible for a last leaf to hold up against the weather. He decided to go outside and paint a one last leaf all by himself. Jancy woke up in the next morning thinking, what if the last leaf have gone? She asked her friend Sue to open the window because she wanted to see if there is a hope for her to leave or is it time for her to die. Sue is being hesitant to open the curtains because she don't want her friend to lose hope and die because of the one last leaf. To her surprise, the last leaf survived the storm and it was clinging to the creeper. It survived another storm in the evening too. This incident opened Johnson's eyes. She apologized to her friend for being so irresponsive and depressed. She realized that it was a sin to think of that. Then she calmed and had a soup and a desire to leave. The doctor arrived. He told about the improvement in her health. He added that she would recover soon as her desire to leave was back. Sue went to see Mr. Berman, who was only 2 days ill. However, he dies of pneumonia, contracted while being out in the wet and cold. Sue tells this news to Johnsy. She tells her to look at the last leaf clinging to the creeper. She reveals the truth that it was the masterpiece of the old artist, Mr. Berman. He always wanted to produce a masterpiece painting, but he never succeeded in his attempt to produce the same. However, to help Jancis recover from her depression, he spent considerable time painting with a great realism a leaf on the wall. Thus, he himself dies of pneumonia, contracted while being out in the wet and cold. And when Sue found out that the leaf was not moving, she began to cry and realized how Mr. Berman sacrificed himself just to keep her friend Johnsy to stay alive with high hope. And that is the end of the story. And as you see right now on your screen, that is our references from our story for today. So now, class, let us check your understandings about the story. I have a set of questions here, and any one of you can answer the following questions that I have here. So let us start. Number one question: what does the last leaf symbolizes? Anyone? All right, so I am seeing a lot of students raising the hand. Let's have Carl Andre Dirigue.
In Johnson's perspective, it symbolizes perseverance. It was implied that the plant was already dying and all the leaves were falling. Yet the leaf stood strong and persevered, and the leaf even faced storms, but it didn't fall. And from the perseverance of the last leaf, Johnson found hope to overcome her own disease.
Wow, that's an excellent answer. I really like your explanation, Carl Dirigue, and that is absolutely right. So as he mentioned, Carl Dirigue is correct when he said that the last leaf symbolizes hope, and that's made her to become even more persevered to live her life longer. All right, so let's proceed to the next question. Number two: how does the story of Jansi become relevant into our society nowadays? Anyone? Okay, so I'm seeing three students raising their hands. So let's have Sasada Althea Marie. Go ahead.
Sir, a lot of people today underestimates how can your attitude affects your life. Like in this pandemic, we always say that we're not living anymore, we're just surviving. And it's very understandable why people are feeling like this because why people are feeling like this, but it has a huge negative impact and influence on how we view our life in these past 2 years because you will have an attitude where you will not be fulfilled or contented and you'll feel that life is more difficult than it is.
That is also a good point, Althea Marie Sasada. Um, you were just trying to say that in life, our personality and characters really matters. That whatever challenges that comes along the way, we have to be remain strong. All right. And of course, the relevant of this story in our society, we all know that nowadays we are facing so many challenges as we face the global pandemic. And there are some people who are about to lose hope, but I think what's good thing about Filipino people, we remain strong amidst the chaos, and that's one of the best characteristics that we do have. So that's a good point of view, Anna. All right, so let's proceed to the next question. Number three. Given the situation, how would you encourage someone who is about to lose hope? Anyone? All right, so let's have Aryan Biasa.
Support them and make them feel that they are loved. It seems simple act, but it means a lot for someone who's losing hope and for someone who has a void inside of them. Be right their side even if they didn't ask for it. Make them feel that in billions of people out there, there is someone who cares for their existence. Help them to see the reasons why we have to fight in this world to continue living. Just stay with them even the darkest and loneliest times of their life.
That is right. I couldn't agree more. I like it when you said that we have to show to the others that they are not alone upon dealing with this battle. As we see, a lot of youth are committing suicide, and if we can only let them feel that they are not alone, if we could only let them feel that there is someone who is willing to be with them, then it may be a simple act, but it can create a huge impact for them to become motivated. So I like that answer. All right, so one last question. What is the lesson you have learned from the story? Anyone? Okay, so let's have May Lorraine Akailar.
I think the lesson that I have learned from the story is even when the storms arrive, it is important to stay still and to not lose hope.
That is absolutely right. And anyone who would like to add some more? Let's have Zaira Manarang.
I learned that there are friends that is willing to help us and stay in times of our hardships and downfall, like Sue did to John C. And we shouldn't distance ourselves from them even though we didn't ask them to. Instead, we should accept their help because it will really help us a lot, especially nowadays that some people have been losing the hope to live.
That is an excellent answer. In our life, we have to treasure those people who are willing to stay for us to become stronger. Okay, so it seems that everyone have understand what was the story is all about, and I'm very happy to see that. Okay, so to wrap up everything, is there any questions, clarifications, or concerns about the story?
None so
None
far
so far.
po.
None.
All right, that's good to know. That means that you fully understand the story is all about. Okay, so as we celebrate the World Read Aloud Day, always remember that make it a habit to read because we can get a lot of good benefits just by reading. Once again, my name is Leonardo Oclarit and I'm your presenter for today. So that's it for now. We will see you again in the next meeting. That's it for today and have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Tapos na po tayo. Congratulations, ma'am. Anong gusto niyo? Ma'am Rovi, ma'am Jonah, reshoot o hindi na? Ako okay na.